Okay, everybody, we are back with an episode of our Tottenham Fun Career Mode, and our first game here is against Swansea City. Start a little kickoff there, and a few minutes in, we get a ball to De Bruyne, gets it through to Jovetic, and we score in the 5th minute to start things out with a beautiful goal into the bottom left corner. They don't know what to do with themselves. Really nice goal there. Have another peek, as the commentator says. And that is, I believe, the 3rd goal for Jovetic so far. Yes, it is. Then we continue here. They string a few passes together, try and get a shot off, but my defenders block it. Of course, they get a corner from that. And from that resulting corner, what'll happen? What'll happen? Nothing happens. We get it out of there. Later they get a free kick, cross it ahead, try to string a few passes together, but I slide in there and get it. And De Bruyne just puts on his afterburners and just runs through them. Looks like he's going to score, but no. They get him at the last second. Get another attack going here, and De Bruyne does a beautiful pass through to Jovetic. But their goalie is the better one in form there and keeps it out. Later they string a few passes together, but Courtois is better. Not getting past him. And that's to the second half. Second half, around 50 minutes, do a through pass to Jovetic here. Looks like he's pretty open for a goal. Does a little step back and does the fruitiest goal that I have ever seen, where he practically falls over himself to score, but hey, a goal's a goal. And that puts us up 2-0. Does a little drawback and whoops, almost takes out one of their defenders falling. Don't even know. I guess it was the rain that made him trip? I don't know, but that's 4 goals for us in the Premier League so far. And then Swansea goes on the attack. And they get a reply 15 minutes later. Obviously, we want a little more space than 1 goal. So we go for a little run through with DeSiglio here, but his shooting is horrible. And the ball going up there results in nothing. Then they do a little through ball here, and what do you know, a cross right to Sigurdsson, the guy who used to play for us. But now he's playing for Swansea City, and now he's scoring for Swansea City, and they tie it 2-2. Now, unfortunately, I scored my 3rd goal with Lamela with a crazy free kick, but for some reason, when I transferred my video files, it doesn't show it. And that is why we are up 3-2 at this point. But we go for another little goal here. Through ball to Jovetic yet again. But their goalkeeper saves it and takes out Jovetic's face at the same time. Go for another cross, but they head it away. And now it's their turn to have a little chance in the 90th minute. Like, they better not score at this point. But of course, got Courtois in goal. He does a great save there. Get their little corner kick, which everyone knows, usually score from those when it's in the 45th or 90th minute. But we head it away, and that ends the match 3-2. Really apologize with that Lamela free kick not showing in there. I have no idea what happened. But I'll just let you know it was beautiful. And that is the end of that match. pay no attention to our pass percentage. It was the rain's fault that we had 58. Anyways, second match starting, Champions League match, showing Depay there because before this match he was all angry like, I'm not playing enough, so I put him in there. And we are having our Champions League match against Celtic here. I think this is the first Champions League match of the season. And in any of my career modes, I've never played against Celtic, so this is pretty fun. But I've got my second team starting this out with Kane as the striker, Celestin in goal. Celestin hasn't been doing that well for me, but, you know, gotta put him in there to keep him happy. And we start out the game. A few minutes here. String together a few passes. Depay gets open due to their mistake. Hits it off the post. Rebound is in. And we are up 1-0 against Celtic in 6 minutes. And they're obviously not happy. But Depay's probably like, yeah, that's why you put me in the game. Because I'll score like that, man. Then they get across here. We head it away, but we don't head it well enough. And they take a really crappy shot that Celestin saves because it's kicked right at. Then we get a free kick here. We're moving forward. Nice little over-the-top through ball. But Townsend goes for the header instead of a shot. And it basically flies in slow motion into the goalkeeper's hands. But then it's their chance again. Do a little swervy swerve, and we get the ball back. Through to Townsend. Uses his speed on the wing. You know we're going to go for a cross here with Kane on the other end. But it goes right to their keeper. Poor Kane. Get the ball back a few minutes later. Still in the first half here. Looks like we're controlling the match. Few little jukes with Dembele, but their goalkeeper's ready. Knocks it out. Kane gets the ball back really fast, but can't get anyone in there to head that cross. Do get a frickin' throw in a few seconds later. Go for another cross there, but Kane heads it over. And that is basically the action of the first half. Not that much there. They only had one shot. We had 4-2 on target. So I'm feeling pretty good about this game so far as we start the second half. String a few passes together as the usual. And Kane takes a shot that would have been good, you know, if it went into the back of the net. But as you can see, it goes right over that corner. Of course, after that miss, they get the ball. Do a few pretty passes. And then they go for their cross, but that one goes over. Over thanks to my defender getting a little contact. Then their corner results in nothing. We do a little run up the wing with Depay, because he's fast as fudge. It looks like something's going to come out of it, and something does. He gets fouled in the area. But of course, oh, that's just a yellow card. He was right on goal, but that's a yellow card for Ambrose. I think Ambrose plays for Nigeria. I remember that name from the World Cup. But it sets up Kane to take this penalty, and we're like, no, we're going to give it to Depay. We're going to give it to Depay here because he's the one that got that foul. And even though, as you're going to see in a second, his penalty shooting is horrible, we thought we'd give him a chance. And we thought, oh, the CPU. Most of the time they jump left or right. Really annoying, so let's kick it down the middle. And of course he just stands there. Now that penalty is definitely going to come back and haunt me, as you'll see in a few minutes, because they get a through ball here right from the kickoff. He does a little crossy cross there, and they've tied it. Yep, they've tied it. Could have been up 2-0. Instead it's 1-1. So you know what I do? I bring on Zivkovic. Kane just doesn't seem to have enough speed, not enough creativity. Maybe he's tired. But I brought in Zivkovic. Also brought in Go Melt. Melting a little sandwich. A grilled cheese sandwich. Nothing comes out of that play there. And then of course they get the ball back. String a few more passes together themselves. And what do you know? A cross off of one of my players' feet. And it gets to their player. 2-1. How sad. As you can see here, it goes off of my player's foot. Right to their player. And I think that was his second goal. So they're winning 2-1. Get another chance here. The AI always likes to do that, just like do a few passes in the corner until they get a cross off. And I got really mad there. I was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to come back from 3-1 down. But it's offside. And that was funny there, because I kicked the ball and my players just stand there, walking around all sad for some reason. But anyways, we get the ball from that throw-in, and get a shot off with Shar, but it's blocked and it was offsides anyways. Shar's up there, of course, because we're doing ultra attacking and all-out attack, so it's like, for all-out attack, we're just going to put one defender up front. That means you're all-out attack. Of course, a few minutes later, Ward-Prowse there gets a really good opportunity right in front of the goal, and he decides, I'm just going to whiff it. Goalkeeper's just standing there, and kicks it outside the net. 81st minute, and you do that to me, huh? Of course, the game messes up again, and we're just going to sit here and watch Zivkovic stand in the goal area until he decides to run out so that their goalkeeper can kick it. But it's the 89th minute here. We've got a few more chances. Depay runs through, gets a little pass off to Go Melt, but it's stopped. Stopped right there. And that's how the game ends. We lose 2-1 in our first Champions League match against Celtic. I believe that we will be able to beat them at home, and that we still have a chance to finish top of the table. But there are the scores from other teams: Chelsea winning, Atletico Madrid winning, Barcelona winning, of course. But that's a win and a loss for this episode. Gonna start doing two games an episode, I believe, because that keeps it under 15 minutes usually. And those 25-minute episodes, I'm pretty sure not a lot of you guys like watching those. Kind of long. But our next match is going to be against Arsenal, and hopefully we can pull something out of the bag for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.